Greetings from the European Wellness Aesthetic Academy. My name is Joel, I'm the head of the Academy, and with me is Dr. Bawani. Today, we're going to talk to you very briefly about the concept of bioregenerative sciences. Essentially, BRS for short is a subset of biology, whereby within the scope of biology, we have bioregenerative sciences, and the whole concept of BRS essentially is to research and dialogue the application of substances of natural origin, naturally occurring substances, and the products of biotechnological output, targeting damaged cells, repairing and or replacing damaged tissues and organs. Again, you might be wondering, those are very scientific keywords. In simple terms, the whole concept of BRS is to go back to the building blocks of the human body. The human body is comprised of billions, if not trillions, I believe, of cells, which collectively then form tissues, which then collectively form organs, which make up our entire body composition. From an aesthetic perspective, you do not really have to go into the intricacies of every organ, but rather focus on the largest organ in the body, which in this case would be your skin. When you speak to most beauticians or aestheticians in the market, they will tell you that their focus is primarily just on the facial skin of their clients. Sometimes their hair, and sometimes maybe just their hands and their necks. However, we want to take a different approach in BRE. Our approach is very holistic in nature. It starts off from literally the hair on your head, all the way down to your nails on your feet. And the whole idea of why we want to take this holistic approach is because the human body cannot be perceived in isolation, but rather it is a complete physiology, if you may. Correct? And so ultimately, the goal is what gives you beauty, right? The whole concept of aesthetics is when you are healthy and you're glowing from the inside out. Keyword being from the inside out. And that is the goal of what bioregenerative aesthetics is all about. So, in the spirit of this, the European Wellness Aesthetic Academy has come up with a series, I may say, of workshops which all of you in the beauty and the aesthetic industry will find very, very useful. And I would like to pass it on to Dr. Bawani to explain to you about her latest workshop that's coming up on the 1st of July. So please put it down on your calendars. The 1st of July, it's a Wednesday. Okay, it's a beautiful 4-hour action-packed workshop talking about a key area that most of you in the beauty industry would be very concerned with, namely troubled skin. So why is troubled skin something that most beauticians would be very concerned about? It's because people come to you looking for solutions. Else, they would have just, done a DIY home kit. Right? Sure. Oh, I have troubled skin, let me put a cucumber mask. I have troubled skin, let me just run down and just grab the latest Korean mask off the rack, smack it on, and tomorrow, I know my skin will behave. But we know that it doesn't work that way, right? And troubled skin, there's a huge range. Yeah? It ranges from mild irritation all the way up into chronic skin issues like psoriasis, eczema, and pigmentation. Yeah? So in this workshop, I believe Dr. Bawani will be talking about the intricacies of troubled skin, namely what causes it, right?
Well,
yeah.
The purpose of why we came up with the workshop is purely because this is a study that actually shows most often the clients who go back to social media after they visited esthetician is when they come back, they feel that there was more that could be done to calm the skin down. So troubled skin here is when I refer to something that is flared out. There's a lot of breakouts. Some of them are purulent, which means they've got pus spots. Some of them are lesion that is continuously mapping the entire face, sometimes going down all the way to the neck. And this embarrasses, of course, the client. And it puts the esthetician and the beautician in a very despair mode, where they feel that I could have done more, but whatever of the standards that I do maintain in terms of facial procedures or the massage routine, the scrub, the exfoliation, the steaming procedure, the kind of base materials that I apply on such troubled skin. I mean, I have done what I could best. Now, this is what I intend to speak about in this upcoming workshop on the 1st of July, which is to allow you to understand what is the skin structure that predominantly is of a peculiarity in troubled skin. So when you understand the base, and you would be able to understand that if I do see these symptoms on the skin, then I do not apply these components, because all of us know to a certain extent as a beautician what are the ingredients that's going in the products that we're using during the spa procedure. So when we know this content and ingredients, it will empower us to be able to understand that if I've got these mixtures, then I better not put it onto a skin which has got lots of pus wrinkles, which I've just extracted. Yeah, I've extracted the skin. So we cannot process it with a certain type of moisturizer. We cannot dab the skin with a certain type of toner. And we definitely cannot put heat steamer. So these are the technical skills, technical reflective methodology steps that beauticians usually do. Gross mistakes, small mistakes, big mistakes, how to avoid them, how do you recognize the skin and classify them into one group, so that you, when you do see a specific flared, troubled skin that is screaming out for help, the first thing you would do is, I do know how to look the skin, these are the basic do's, these are the basic don'ts, and what are the steps that possibly render the client to actually walk out for the next 24-48 hours. I'll be able to follow up with them so that the troubled skin is managed, because it's not just what happens on the spa bed, it's also what happens to them in the next 48 hours. So these are the technicalities that I wish to address in the first of July, because I personally attended to 700 over different troubled skin clients, and these are the common complaints that they have, or troubles that the clients usually have shared with me after they come out from a beauty session and say that, I could have been handled in a different way. So the only thing that I see is, it's not that the beauticians can't render you the better service, it's just that if they were equipped with the right tools, I'm sure they can manage it.
Amazing. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that's the whole idea about why we do what we do. Right? I'm sure, if you go on YouTube, you'll find many videos, telling you about how to do certain spa protocols, how to do certain procedures. But what is really lacking in most of these videos, if not all, would be the medical angle to it. See, skin at the end of the day is a science-based approach. It is life. It is
dynamic.
And the scary part is, if you were to approach it again in a very static way, or if you approach it without really understanding the fundamentals of skin in the first place. What is it composed of? Why does it react the way it reacts? You will end up basically going on different product cycles, trying to see which one works best on the client. So it becomes a trial and error basis, and the person that's going to end up having to deal with this trial and error will be your clients. And again, if your clients come back to you after the 10th time and you still haven't even gained one step closer to their solution, for them, they're not going to be very pleased individuals, and that's definitely going to impact the business. So the whole idea behind this workshop is to give you a sampler of what we actually do on a larger scale. So the European Wellness Aesthetic Academy is proud to say that we're actually a postgraduate institution that works with aestheticians, beauticians, and workers who've been in the industry for many years. We're talking about 10, 20, 30 years, which most institutions have been. And so what we want to do is to see how we can sort of support, scaffold, build onto the knowledge that we've already had, working with hundreds if not thousands of clients, and helping them see the commonality in why certain skin conditions keep occurring, right? And how they can treat these clients of theirs in a very non-invasive manner, within the scope of their work that they can do professionally, and to render proper solutions to the problems, rather than creating new problems, with the solutions that we're trying to do, right? And so again, we are very happy to speak more to you all about the courses that we have at some point when we meet again during workshops. But until then, stay safe, all right? And please sign up, for this very exciting workshop. We look forward to hosting you then.